Welcome to Tyrian Characterology, the show where we dig around in the past to uncover the stories of some of the most prominent characters from the world of Tyria. This time, by popular demand, we will be investigating the mysterious past of the devious Scarlet Briar, a villain who terrorized Tyria and ruined the lives of many. But though she seems to be purely evil, perhaps her story can tell us what drove her to this madness. So, let's get started. The story of Scarlet begins a long time ago. She was a second-born Sylvari, born from the Pale Tree and named Kiara. As she entered the world from the Dream of Dreams, Mender Cerimon was there to help her. "Sapling," Cerimon said, "I'm here to help you acclimate, to help you understand your place in this world and identify the purpose Pale Mother has given you." Kiara, who had just awoken, answered, "I'll find my own place, thank you very much. And it's hardly my purpose if someone else gives it to me. Thank you for attending my awakening, Mender, but where my life is concerned, I will be the one who chooses." Kiara began studying the world around her, but after 8 years of study in the Grove, she had learned everything she could from her extended family, and so her pursuit for knowledge lured her out into the world. She wanted to construct systems as complex as the ones she saw in nature, to build machines as sublime as the living things she saw each and every day, and so she began seeking out different masters. Her first stop was the famous Norn smith, Bagarth of Holbrack. Eager to pass along the full slate of smithing knowledge to such a unique and promising student, he decided to invite Kiara to be his pupil, apprentice, and forge tender. But by the end of winter, she left him with a wave and a breezy smile. Next, she spent 2 years with a gladium named Assagai of the Iron Legion, an expert sniper and demolitionist. When Kiara had learned all the Lonesome Soldier's secrets and declared her intent to continue her studies elsewhere, the Char cursed her for a feckless cub and threatened to gut her with a rusty blade. Kiara gracefully avoided Assagai's wild swings and bid her a respectful farewell. Knowing there was only one place that could expand her knowledge as broadly and as quickly as she required, she set out for Radasum. She found that convincing the 3 great colleges to let her in was the hardest part. Apart from their inherent bias against non-Asura, they did not relish a lowly Sylvari with delusions of academic excellence diluting or contaminating their student body's collective brain power. But after showing her prowess, the Arcane Council begrudgingly granted her provisional status as a student of Dynamics. She completed the Dynamics coursework in under a year as the highest ranked student in her class. Chagrined, the council gave her the same opportunity in Statics. When she achieved similar results in a similar time frame, they were intrigued enough to see if she could do the same with Synergetics.
Synergetics is endlessly fascinating. It seeks to define the eternal alchemy. The other colleges work within that definition. Combining dynamics design with statics versatility makes just about anything possible.
Synergetics took quite a bit longer. However, Kiara had finally found a field of study that was as boundless as her interest. It was here, under Headmaster Omad, that Kiara first began to grapple with the eternal alchemy.
I've landed a lab assistant position with Omad, an intelligent but overly gentle Asura. I should be able to wrap him round my little finger.
Kiara delved deeper and deeper into the subject of the eternal alchemy and became convinced that the pinnacle of Asuran thought was not a metamagical engine or a transcendent equation, but a key that allowed one to access the basic fabric of reality itself. But though her thesis was fully backed by Omad, it was not well received by the colleges or the Arcane Council, and so she slowly began to separate herself from the collegiate system in the hopes of finding a research organization that would be more receptive to her ideas. She founded in the Inquest.
I like Teo. More importantly, I need to advance my theories quickly, and nobody's better at quick results than the Inquest.
Through her collaboration with the Inquest, Kiara was taught things the other colleges wouldn't even discuss. But their partnership was abruptly ended as Kiara and her crewmate Teo broke into the archives of Radasum and tampered with several designs. When caught, Teo teleported herself to safety and left Kiara to face the consequences. The Arcane Council stripped Kiara of her academic credentials and the Peacemakers ejected her from Radasum. And so, Kiara was left to wander for several months before settling in with the Michadal High Lake just outside Radasum to study their alchemy. But mixing potions, poisons, and elixirs wasn't satisfactory for her. Fortunately, proximity to Radasum made it possible for Omad to track her down, and so her mentor offered her the chance to explore the eternal alchemy again through a new machine he had built. Kiara agreed and left the Michadal village without a word of explanation.
Today will be monumental. With OMAD's support, I shall finally see past this world and into the eternal alchemy.
Inside OMAD's machine, the universe stretched out before her, an endlessly vast star-flecked sea. "Stop, my child," the voice of the pale tree sounded in Kiara's mind. "Please, go no further. In seeking to comprehend the forces that shape us, you will unleash them. Society cannot withstand that." Deliberately and with great glee, Kiara thought, "Shh, I'm thinking," and then pressed on. "If you are not one with what you were born to be, you are lost. Worse, you are dangerous." With the pale tree's desperate words and her own raucous laughter growing and echoing across the void, Kiara plunged through the vision of the great tree and beyond. "Kiara! Kiara! Can you hear me? What did you see?" said OMAD. "Scarlet," she said. "My name is Scarlet now. Scarlet Briar." So much makes sense now. The pale tree, the nightmare court, Kaith, and Fowlane. It's all part of a grand design. I now see the flaws in the design. My people don't have to take what we're given or be what we were born to be. No people do. We can change the rules. Well, I can. And I'm going to. An insurmountable challenge is rising and my people have been called to meet it. We are compelled by our creator to do so. But I reject that call. I reject the notion that I must choose the dream or be lost to nightmare. The forces that push us this way or that can be redirected. They can be set against one another to the detriment of both. And now I know how. Goodbye, old friend. All good students should take up their master's mantle and share the wisdom they've attained. And I am a very, very good student. With those words, Scarlet strangled her old mentor until his body went limp.
I saw it all. I saw the eternal alchemy. I killed OMAD, my mentor. I am no one's lab rat.
From here, Scarlet once again ventures out into the world to seek out the networks of magical ley lines. But from then on, she begins receiving calls from an entity in her dreams.
I wake from nightmares screaming, confused, and scared. It's getting worse. Every night, the same terrors. It never changes. When the nightmare starts, an entity calls to me. I run into a sea of darkness. But no matter how hard I try to escape, it keeps calling me. I stared into the abyss, and it stared back at me. It communicated with me through images of death, destruction, and destiny. So much power. I must know more. I must confront it and put an end to this madness!
The voice is powerful, but Scarlet pushes back.
Ever since I came out of OMAD's machine, you've been taking credit for my ideas. They're mine, not yours. Let me be clear. I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing it for me. Nobody tells me what to do. Not ever. It's not true. None of it. I don't have to listen to you. Get out of my head!
All the while she is communicating with this entity, she still manages to pursue her plans to investigate the ley lines. And as such, she partners up with the Inquest once more to create the Thaumanova reactor. But their experiment fails as they instead get in contact with dragon energy.
Reactor approaching critical panicked evacuation. General mayhem and hysteria. Yep, I'd say my work here is done. Sorry about all the death, and for the portal pandemonium. I told the Inquest chaos energy was a mistake. Mind you, dragon energy is tricky, so I can see how they flopped it. At least they helped identify the network of magical channels that crisscrosses the globe. That was a breakthrough. Now we know how not to do this kind of research right on an intersection of those channels. Live and learn, right? That's progress. Hooray for progress! But it's getting a bit too deadly in here for me. Bye now.
The reactor explodes and Scarlet escapes. This is when she begins forming new alliances to further her own technological advancement. First, the Molten Alliance.
The moles get magic, Flame gets gear, and I get the weaponry I need. Everybody wins, especially me.
Then she recruited the Aetherblade Pirates to help her infiltrate the Captain's Council in Lion's Arch.
Lion's Arch needs softening up first. So we infiltrate its halls of power and neuter its defenses from the inside.
Through these alliances, Scarlet acquired the knowledge to take over the newly built Watchwork Knights, which were in place to protect Divinity's Reach. With this new force, she launched a surprise attack on the human capital and even attempted to murder the Queen. Luckily, the Queen was saved by a clever illusion from her personal bodyguard, Countess Anise. Braum, Rox, and the pack commander stop Scarlet's destruction of Divinity's Reach, and thus, in turn, she realizes that she's missing something.
Air superiority wins wars, so build me a comparable fleet, or I'll kill you all and replace you with hollows.
She sets her Aetherblade pirates to work within Twilight Arbor, where the Nightmare Court resides.
Scarlet wants an entire fleet in the air, and nobody rests until she gets it! Move!
But suddenly, Kaith, who's apparently been chasing after Scarlet, infiltrates the facility.
Ooh, is that Kate sneaking around my facility? It must be! No one else could have gotten this far before being detected. You got my invitation. I was afraid you'd be all aloof and distant. You know, like you want people to think you are. But I know better. I know you, how you fight, how you think, what you did. And what you did is so nasty.
Are you even here? Stop hiding behind pre-recorded nonsense. Come out and face me.
Ooh, and I just realized I know something about you that even Fowler doesn't know. Ooh, does that mean we're dating? Should I start calling you Dear Heart?
Lion Guard arrive to assist the situation and arrest the pirates, but Scarlet is nowhere to be found. She instead continues her mission to better her weapons, and therefore forms a partnership with the Toxic Alliance. Each of her allies were deceived into thinking they'd gain something from her.
Once more, my esteemed snaky friend, you're doing this for Obelisk shards. You want direct access to your profits, right? Then do as I say.
But in reality, she only needed their knowledge to craft better and stronger machinery and weaponry. With the technology in place, she decides to continue her search for the ley lines. But at this point, several heroes have interfered with her previous plans, and so she launches huge machines in Lorna's Pass to distract the heroes, while she places numerous homing devices all over Tyria. After a long search, she finds exactly what she was looking for, in the middle of Lion's Arch. And so Scarlet launches her fleet against Lion's Arch, bombards the city, devastating it, and covers it in toxic fumes. And once the city is cleared, she flies in an enormous drill to dig deep into the earth.
Playtime's over.
The heroes and the Lion Guard gather their strengths and charge Scarlet's machine in an effort to bring an end to her terror.
Just look at you. All you heroes. And here, at the center, little old me. Aren't you even curious about why I did it? All this chaos and destruction?
It doesn't matter now. You're done.
You failed.
Wrong. Tyria will bow before a new master.
No. We'll stand together against any enemy.
Yeah, we're Tyrians. We don't like getting pushed around.
So, what now? You big, strong heroes going to take me to jail?
Something like that.
Jory, be careful.
I'll do something all right. I'll end this for good.
That's it. Come and get me, if you dare.
Bram, talk to me. Your leg.
It's broken. I know. I'll be okay. Go, get her.
What? Go? No, I can't leave you here like this. It's too dangerous. We have to get you out of here.
Go, Rox. It's your chance to get in the warband. You have to.
I don't have to do anything. I'm not leaving you alone in such a vulnerable position.
Jory? Jory! Oh, sweet Dwayna, help her. She's not... You monster! You think my death saves you?
Scarlet is dead, but as she lies on the ground, smiling, suddenly, the drill breaks through and hits her target. Thus, Mordramoth was awoken. This time we took quite a deep dive into madness, and so now is the time for you to tell me who you would like to have us investigate next time. Thank you all for watching. Until next time. Oh, what's that? A gift from Scarlet. Oh no. I will see you in the mists.
Be afraid of dragons. Very, very afraid.